The Lagos real estate market is appreciating very, very fast. So there are different ways to invest and to profit in the Lagos real estate market. What you just need to do is to find your position. Where do you fit in, or what fits your plan? Hello insiders, it's Idris here. Welcome to this episode of the Lagos Real Estate Insider Podcast, where we'll bring you the best tips and strategies and the latest real estate investment opportunity in Lagos, Nigeria. So in today's episode, I want to talk about investing in the Lagos real estate market in 2025 and beyond. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel so I don't miss out the upcoming episode just like this one. So in today's episode, I want to talk about three important things. And the first one is understanding the market dynamics. Second one is the governmental development in the Lagos real estate market that's making big changes in the markets. And the third one is developing and implementing your investment strategy going to 2025 and beyond. So let's start with the first one, which is understanding the market dynamics. Now, since last year, we've seen a lot of changes in the Lagos real estate market. We see that most of the Lagos real estate developers are moving gradually to Ogun State and Oyo State, precisely Ibadan, which means Ibadan is going to be the next focus for most of the developers. And the reason for this is because the Lagos real estate market is getting completely out of affordable tag for an average investor. The economy changes since last year have affected most investors. The buying power of most investors have reduced, and real estate has been appreciating rapidly. Last year, Ibeju-Lekki was selling for an average of 25 million naira for a plot, and today it's selling for around 30 million naira. And Epe sold out so fast. Epe used to sell for 1 million naira, 1.5 million naira, and now the lowest you can get is 2.5 million naira, and that's the lowest, and it goes as high as 20 million naira in prime locations. So if you're an investor who is still looking for opportunity to invest in the Lagos real estate market, in terms of land, you want to look at affordable areas like Epe, because it is the only most affordable location in the Lagos real estate market as at now. Now, in terms of apartments and duplexes, by next year 2025, Epe and Ibeju-Lekki is going to be on the rise, because we've already seen that most developers have started building duplexes in Epe and Ibeju-Lekki. In some of our estates like the Lekki Aviation Town estates, duplexes and construction is going on. Itunu City, Itunu Residential Estate, Synergy Estate, Ibeju-Lekki, and even the mega bungalows located in Megalopolis Estate, Epe. So developers are now focusing on developing Ibeju-Lekki and Epe. And in terms of affordability, today Epe is averaging 45 million naira for a bungalow. You can get 3 bed at 40 to 50 million naira. And in terms of duplexes, you can get something affordable within the neighborhood. Now, when we talk about prime locations of Lagos real estate investment, Lekki and Ikoyi in 2025 will be going to a level of selling 2-bedroom apartments for 400 or 450 million naira, and 3-bedroom apartments for 750 or 800. So the Lagos real estate market is appreciating very, very fast. Although nobody can predict what's going to happen to the Nigeria economy, but one of the big factors that contribute to the Lagos real estate market is also the FX market, dollar to naira rate. And we've seen this December that naira has been appreciating against dollar. So if these changes keep going on, in terms of construction costs may reduce. And if construction costs reduce, which means there will be more forum for price negotiation for most of the properties, which is good for our investors, which is good for you. Now, in terms of governmental development, we don't know what the Lagos state government have in plan for 2025, but we have been anticipating for the proposed Lekki International Airport project. Although Alaro City has been developed and many development is still going in Alaro City, the Dangote refinery is already commissioned and it has been expanding rapidly. Work has been going on and workers in that neighborhood have been demanding for quality properties, which means if you're an investor, you can also look for that neighborhood where you want to position yourself. Now, Lekki-Epe expressway, work has been going on the Lekki-Epe expressway. The government is now focusing on dualizing the entire road from Aja down to Lekki, from Ibeju-Lekki all the way to Epe has been done, which is the first phase. The second phase is rehabilitation of the existing road. So the road is getting better and this is going to push a lot of traffic to Ibeju-Lekki and Epe as is. So the last thing I want to talk about in this episode is developing and implementing your investment strategy in 2025 and beyond. So there are different ways to invest and to profit in the Lagos real estate markets. What you just need to do is to find your position. Where do you fit in, or what fits your plan? So I want to talk about 5 or 6 different strategies that you can implement for your investment strategy. And the first one is equity and project financing. Let's say you have 100k, 200k, 500k, $500,000 or 200 million, 300 million, some amount of money that can fund a project. You can talk with a developer, you can approach a company that, hey, I have this money that I want to invest with you guys to finance a project. I know you guys have a project, you can use this money to finance this project, and by completion you can pay me back my money. And you can talk with the company and negotiate what will be your ROI. If you don't like buying and reselling properties, or maybe developing properties yourself, this is one of the best strategies to invest in the Lagos real estate market. You can be a project financer. One of the biggest challenge for most developers is sourcing for finance. They have big projects that they want to do that they know they can profit from, and it's going to be a big win-win for both the clients, the project financiers, and even the company. But raising finance is always a big challenge for almost every company. So if you have some cash that you feel like you can invest, it can be an advantage for you investing in a company to finance a project. The second one is land flipping. Now, this is one of the most common strategies in real estate investing in general. You can simply buy land at affordable price, usually underdeveloped locations or locations that are going to be on the rise of the market. So the way to do this is you position yourself strategically and you look for locations that are 30 minutes to 1 hour away from the downtown, from the major city, because for every city within the next 5 to 10 years, that location is going to be part of the city. So you look for land that are very affordable, you buy into it, and once it appreciates, you can resell your plot. For example, most of our clients and investors bought earlier to Epe and Ibeju-Lekki when it was selling for 11 million naira, 50 million naira. And today, Ibeju-Lekki is selling for 25 million naira, 30 million naira. And most of them are not even ready to sell their plots. They still keep it. Okay, so same thing applies to Epe. Epe, most of our clients key into most of our estates, especially the vacation city in Epe. Last year we launched the property at 700k, and today it is selling for 2.5 million naira for a plot. So most of investors who see Epe and Ibeju-Lekki rising 2 years ago, they key into it early, and today the property has appreciated faster, and we are even expecting more in 2025 and beyond, because from the performance of the last 24 to 36 months, Epe seems to appreciate by 50% annually, and Ibeju-Lekki seems to appreciate between 30 to 50% annually. So land flipping is one of the best strategy you can implement in your investment strategy in 2025 and beyond. Now the third one is joint ventures. In real estate, joint venture simply means most of the times developers don't like sourcing for money to buy land and also sourcing for money to develop it. Most of the times what they prefer is looking for landlord who already have land. They make an agreement with the landlord to develop the land. Once they develop it, they sell it based on agreement and equity contribution of each party. For example, if a land is worth 100 million naira and developer is also contributing 100 million naira to build, let's say, 2 units of 5-bedroom fully detached duplexes, if they sell, at the end of the day, if they sell each unit for 150 million naira, 2 units will be 300 million naira, and each of them 50 million naira in profit. So that is joint ventures. In joint venture, if you already own a land and the land keep appreciating, you can reserve it pending to a time where you are ready to take it to the market. You can list it out. We can help you list it out. You can list it out for a joint venture, and we can link you up to a developer who need land, and you make a proposal to develop it based on market research. And once you come to an agreement, the developer can build on the land and resell it, and at the end of the day, each party will share the profits, and it's usually a win-win game. Now the fifth strategy is off-plan deals. This is one of my favorites because if you understand how off-plan deals work, you can make so much money from off-plan deals, but it also has its downside. That's why when investing in off-plan deals, you have to make sure you know the realtor and the developers you are dealing with, if they are going to deliver the project. So here is how it works. Most of the times when we conceptualize a project, we usually have pre-launch or launch price, where at that point it will be selling below the market value. So we launch it at an affordable price. For example, in Ikoyi, we have a project called the Riviera Vista Apartment. We launched the project last year, December in 2023, at a price of 200 million naira for 2-bedroom apartments. So investors who key in early at that price, today as construction progresses, the property is now at completion stage of concrete works. So the property has appreciated and is now getting closer to its completion stage, and it has appreciated so much. So today the project is selling 2-bedroom apartments for 380 million naira. Now investors who came in early when it was selling for 200 million naira, they took huge risk because all we have at the site then was just pillars, concrete work and machinery. Like we're just doing piling at that time, and now since the property is now coming in shape, the vision is now unfolding, everything is coming in place, the property has appreciated, and at completion they can either choose to resell their units or reserve it. And look at the difference, 340 million naira and 200 million naira. That was 140 million naira potential capital gain. So that's how off-plan deals work. When you invest early before the property appreciates, that's when you can make so much money from off-plan deals. Number 5, rental apartments. Now rental apartment is one of the fastest and the safest and one of the good ways of making money in real estate. And the cool thing about it is it provides consistent cash flow. Either you are using an apartment for Airbnb or annum rent. So with demand of apartment, especially 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments in Lekki, Aja, and even Ibeju-Lekki neighborhood, you can tap on the rising opportunity. There are a lot of opportunity in terms of rental apartments. And the last one is Airbnb or shortlet. Internationally, it is called Airbnb, but in Nigeria or in Lagos, we call it shortlet. And shortlet, what it means is it's another form of rental apartment, but in form of an hotel. When you are booking an hotel, you have to book for the days that you want to stay. So the same thing is applicable to Airbnb. In shortlet, you are using your apartment for daily, weekly, and monthly rent. Usually, most people book for 3 months or for a month, depend on the goal of the clients, how long they want to stay. Usually, in Nigeria, most people come to, especially Lagos, most people enter Lagos towards the last quarter of the year. So usually there are lots of demand for shortlet apartments, Airbnb, where people can stay for 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months. And for business people coming to secure deals and come to Nigeria, usually most people book for 6 months or even a year. So there is lots of opportunity in terms of rental apartments. If you have any question, you can send it to our email or contact me directly, realestateWithIdris@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.